Hey, how's it, Cowboy Buzz here? How you doing? It's the Cowboys versus the Eagles, end of the season finale, end of the NFC East gauntlet. Both teams in the playoffs, so of course you're gonna have certain fans that's like, no, I ain't losing to that team, and you're gonna have the both sides, the analytical side and the momentum people and all that kind of stuff, doing rooting for the game in this way. Eagles probably have an easier time of accomplishing a better seeding than the Cowboys do. Um, and then it's like I watched that movie on demand one time. Copland. When Sylvester Stallone, he was quiet, 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 never like say nothing, and then all of a sudden he wants to do the right thing and all that. And Robert De Niro's like, I tried to wake you from your slumber, you blew it. And that's what the whole thing about the seeding is. We had our chances. We had all the chances in the world, and we blew it. I mean, I guess the Cardinals are a significant team. We blew it. You know, we had our chance to prove ourselves. We blew it. And then the whole thing goes down to like how people look at me, and whether it be my friends or social media, or even when I discussing on YouTube. Of course, I've seen the Cowboys make the playoffs, and I love when we make the playoffs. But the problem is, what I get mad at is like, I want to see us go beyond that. I want to see the NFC Championship. I want to see the Super Bowl. I want to see the sixth ring. And things that we did this year, seems like we're being overcritical. But look, the playoffs is next week, and look what happened. Now everybody said, "Well, we got to build momentum going into the playoffs." We had it. We had our chance. We had all season long to correct it. Now we just gotta deal with what hopefully things click in the stuff, and but the things that killed us in the regular season, hopefully doesn't bite us in the ass when we go in the playoffs. Because like look on offense, sometimes we look flat. Times we sit driving down the field, and next thing you know we got a dumbass penalty, and then Greg Zerline, we cannot rely on him you know. So yeah, and then defensively, I don't know if Marinelli has an override switch or whatever to mess with us or whatever. Next thing you know, it's second and long, or you know that that they get manageable, or they get a first down out of it. The bend don't break, and all that kind of stuff. And or we allow penalties to make it more manageable, or even give them a first down. And the one that drive me crazy more than anything was those big chunk plays. You can't do that against these real contending teams, not these paper contending teams, but real contending teams and all that. If you guys want to put pressure on the teams and all that, I'll go to if Mike McCarthy had anything to offer, and this is a bit of time. You guys got this much time to make this all this happen. Then that's it. If you guys like make pressurized situations, then whatever. That's the way I'll do it. Man, losing Michael Gallup was a huge loss, because he just brings that big play ability that he does, those 50-50 catches and all that kind of stuff. Um, I mean, we get to see Simi Fehoko. I know Simon's in particular gonna be real happy with that. I know there's other people, but I watch a lot of Simon's videos, and he always he brings up him a lot as well too. Um, yeah, so and then um, I mean, because the trade talks about Michael Gallup was stupid, stupid, and other people, when people bring that up, I was just like, bruh, come on, you know. But but the frustrating thing was like not seeing Falco participate even more. But when you look at it this way, when you look at the roster, when everybody's healthy and all that kind of stuff, um, obviously those guys can get the more playing time. So whether you agree with it or not, whether you think it's stupid or whatever, this is what it goes. Like Malik Turner helps Bones on special teams, and that's the way it is. Don't take that I agree with it or anything like this. It's just the way it is and all that. Um, but whatever playing time that Dak has out there, I'll feel Hoko is with him and all that. Maybe something can be developed. Maybe there's a chemistry that can be tapped in here. Who knows? Um, Alacorn, I would bring him up, the kid from the Hard Knocks. I'll bring him up wherever you want to put him, mix match him, whatever. Let's see what he got. You know, go during this game. Give Zach Martin as much rest as we need, even though when Tyron Smith stay out with COVID and all that. Look like we can get Blake Jarwin back for the playoffs, so that could be, because he's a I think a little bit deeper threat than Dalton Schultz is, so that could be a plus. Um, Defensively, man, you know, Calvin Joseph should have the most playing time, and that's the guy that we should be keeping on the most. But I would deactivate all the rest of the guys. Bring Bradley and I up. Wow, I just thought about this. The way the kid Kamara, the other kid that was from Hard Knocks, that was getting a lot of play, a lot of airtime, is Kamara. Now he's not even close to the player of what Michael Parsons is. If he was, then we'll be we'll be money. But with his speed and all that, I would with the way they started using Michael Parsons. I'm not in the coverage side, but this him just roaming around the line of scrimmage. If he wants to attack, because he has that speed. I mean, he is fast. That kid. I would use him in that typical type of role and all that. And then Quinton Mohana, get him going. And then with Javon Curse, Diggs, and Donovan Wilson all getting injured, and then injured on the injury list, and then Anthony Brown on the COVID. Nation Nokoramu, put him out there, see what he got. I think Nation Wright is why he's been on the injury reserve, I think. And so yeah, of course, I'm gonna be, then I hope there's a lot of fans that agree with me. This to the other category of fans. I want to see the Cowboys win, but not at the cost of injuries. I mean, because as we see in any sports and all that, is a team the healthiest when going into the playoffs. It seems to give them the biggest edge. So this is, if there's a game that you want to call injury cautious, this is the game to do it. Um, Other than that, in the playoffs, let's go balls to the walls. All right, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Pani, all the boys. Who you with? You know who I'm with. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.